I made over $1,200 in passive income by selling STL files, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. I'll break down how much I earned on each platform and most importantly whether it's worth the risk. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jan, the owner of multiple Etsy and Shopify stores where I bring 3D printed products to market. I'm here to share my experiences and help you succeed on your own side hustle journey. Today's story has both great successes and one tough lesson. So let's dive in and see if selling STL files is something I'd do again. I started my first Etsy store over 2 years ago, designing and 3D printing products to improve the lives of home baristas. Since I'm based in Switzerland but ship worldwide, I want to find a way to reduce the environmental impact of global shipping. That's when I got the idea to publish my STL files. This way, people with their own 3D printers or access to a local 3D printing service could produce these parts themselves. The goal? To lower the CO2 footprint, save on delivery time and reduce the risk of damage during transport, while generating passive income. Sounds like a win-win, right? Well, it's not that simple. Let me explain. First, let's talk about where I offer these STL files. I chose to publish them on my Shopify store and on Cults. Shopify was my top choice due to its low commission, while Cults was the leading platform for selling STL files at that time. But why not Etsy? 3 main reasons. High commission fees, the risk of negative reviews from customers mistakenly expecting a physical product, and the ever-present threat of copycats. Selling STL files is pretty straightforward. You create some eye-catching renderings and videos, upload them and automate the rest. On Cults, this process takes a few minutes. On Shopify, I use an app called FileMonk to manage automatic downloads, and it works flawlessly. I published 5 STL files in June 2023, just over a year ago. So far, I've made $1,200 in passive income. Here's the breakdown. $250 from Cults and $950 from Shopify, after fees and commissions. I'd say that's a great result without doing anything to produce the parts, to ship them and to do customer support. Of course, these numbers depend heavily on the traffic you can drive to your Shopify page and how aware your audience is of 3D printing. But what about the challenge I faced? I published these STL files for personal use only, clearly stating that no commercial use was allowed. Despite this, I knew there was a risk that someone might download the models and sell them as their own. By not publishing on Etsy, I hoped to delay the inevitable. But within 3 months, the first copycat appeared on Etsy. I was able to contact Etsy support and get the issue resolved. However, a few months later, a larger store did the same, and I covered the incident in the recent video. You can find the link up here and in the description below. So is it worth the risk? While passive income from STL files is definitely possible, the potential downsides are significant. If you enjoy these kind of experiments, make sure to subscribe for more insights and analysis. Now to the big question. Would I do it again? Am I still selling STL files? The answer is yes, but with a twist. I've added more STL files to my Shopify page, but I'm much more selective about what I publish. I only release STL files that aren't bestsellers or for products that are no longer produced due to low demand. This way I can still serve customers with older models and make some passive income without risking valuable business. Have you sold STL files before? What was your experience? Let me know in the comments. Until then, happy printing, 3D farmers.